simple things consistently. ಅಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. In the beginning itself, I told like regarding Gaza Strip. So they are giving opportunity, okay, to take the Gaza Strip back. So that is what happened. They were waiting for such opportunity, and Hamas gave such opportunity. So what's your opinion, like Israel attacking Gaza Strip on civilians and all? Then where, but from where those missiles came from? Okay, how to attack Isa means making them separate and attack the. Think about it. So no, I am saying if they are attacking from the resident area, okay, so where do you expect that Israel has to attack back? And that only I told, that is meaningless. How many people are getting evacuated? How many people are going outside? How you ensure that? And nearby also it will be affected. How you ensure that? So that is, but what's then how you expect Israel to attack back? See, humanitarianly, I cannot support. But think about it. What Hamas will be thinking, or what Palestinians will be thinking. See, in war, who will win? In any war. In any war, who will win? No. Those are all secondary. Means essential thing, that is fine. If you don't have a weapon, definitely will fail. That is, even though both are having weapons, everything, who will win?
Who have good relation with other countries?
Who have good relation with other countries? That is again about friendship matter, who will support in the war. But I am talking about psychological factor. Good relation, no weapons. So this definitely Hamas.
Geographical matters, even geographical.
I'm not. Those are essential. So geographically, where you are located, how many friends you have. Definitely, Hamas they have got that missiles. Means somebody should be there to supply them. Some good friend is there. No doubt about it. They cannot bring 5,000 missiles simply like that on the air. So I'm not talking. They are correct where they are to win a war. All these are important. Okay. Apart from that, technological point I'm asking. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡೌಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮೌಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸರೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಓಷನ್, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್, yes, I do agree. But psychologically, who defies the norm will win the war. Who breaks the norms Who breaks the rules will win the war. You just take it from Mahabharatas. Is it that Kauravas were weak? No. It is Krishna who made to means broke all the rules, whatever reason you give. So for the sake of winning dharma, I am doing all these things. See, justifications always can be given. Whatever you do, justification can be given. So who breaks the rules? Why I am telling this? This is important aspect in because you also learn world history. Okay. What is blitzkrieg? Here also they followed blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg. What is that blitzkrieg? Attack the enemy at the lightning speed. Blitzkrieg. That was the thing used in the World War. Okay. See, if you can, because both are equal or I am less in number. So their expectation will be like they will come like this. So attack in the lightning speed means don't give them any time. Suddenly they will be confused what to do, how to do. Suddenly by the time you can collapse them. So that is a new technique at the time they found. So they won. So breaking the norms. So here what Hamas thought, Israel will give highest importance to lives, hostages. This time also they did not worry about not safeguard hostages. Earlier it was like ಒಬ್ಬ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನಂದ್ರೆ by at any cost they will bring him back. This time even Hamas said one bomb we will kill one hostages. So they did not worry, keep on bombing. That means they broke the rule, earlier rule. They thought that they will not attack on civilians. So that will be safeguard for us. So they attacked. I am not telling it is right, but I am telling this is what is the reality. One who breaks the norms will win the war. You take any war. Okay, because enemy will be expecting he will behave like this. Suddenly, if you behave in another way, he is not prepared. He is not prepared. You can take any wild animal attacking you. Suddenly, normal expectation is you will be running away. Okay, you will be running away from the wild animal. Suddenly, if you turn back and do something, it will sometime get panicked. That is what is the rescue technique also. But we don't have that much courage when tiger is attacking. Yeah, we cannot do that. Okay. So, but if you do, suddenly it's for the thing. That is what see Israel's have taken. Okay, see Israel tells Palestinians to leave northern Gaza. This is actually an old one only already. So they have taken into control. Okay. And you cannot, and that means that Hamas knows that. That means they are playing that these, hostages, that civilian. So they know that. That means they are only risking the lives of the people there. Okay, but always you cannot write like this, but you need to understand. One is non-state actor. Non-state actor means it is not responsible thing. Terrorist group. Another is a state actor. That is, Israel is a state. It must behave responsibly. It cannot behave like a terrorist. So that is what is the humanitarian ground. ಇವ್ರು ಹಂಗ್ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ನೀವು ಹಂಗ್ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So you cannot do like that. But I explained when they are attacking our civilians, children, and I cannot say like I will protect them. That is what Israel did. That's what I am saying. CAA will come to the rescue of 6. What is CAA? Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. What is that Citizenship Amendment Act? What is that? ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Minorities. So minorities, the persecuted minorities, there should be suffering problem there. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ apart from Muslims, neighboring countries, that too not in all countries. Sri Lanka illa. Okay. So only like Bangladesh, Afghanistan. So in these countries, Muslim countries, where the minorities are having the fear, that may be Hindu, Sikh, Jain. Okay, for them, if they are resident in India for 5 years, okay, so they will be given, that is the citizenship. So controversy was there. What was the controversy? What was the controversy? Artha aita the Citizenship Amendment Act. The persecuted minorities in the neighboring countries, okay, will be given citizenship if they are here for 5 years. Okay. What is the controversy? That's what. Only left out group is Muslims. So what about Muslims if they want to come? So you are discriminating between Muslims and other things. You are violating constitution. So what is the answer for that? What the government gave? What is the meaning of that? You are doing discrimination between, for Muslims you are not allowing, for others you are saying that you can get citizenship. So they are saying, first of all, Indian constitution is applicable to Indian citizens. Before coming, they are not Indian citizens. Outside it is happening. So how you are saying that it is a violation of constitution? It is not a violation of constitution. You are taking one Sikh, allowing one Sikh, another Muslim you are denying, correct? But they are not Indians. So Indian constitution says treat all the citizens equally. Once they enter and become citizens, we are treating equally. And second thing, argument was like you are denying Muslims to become citizens of India. No. Only thing is, for these people 5 years, normal anyone can become Indian citizen by registration by staying here for 7 years. So in that scenario, okay, so that is available. And second thing, persecuted minorities in Muslim country, Muslims are not facing any problem. Like that, government gave justification. Okay, so here they are talking about 6. Okay. See, here it is there. The legislation that fast tracks citizenship to 6 non-Muslim undocumented communities. Non-Muslim undocumented communities from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. Okay. Effective since its passage, as I mean, it's not yet implemented. It's yet to be implemented. Because Khalistan movement is strong, he's telling that for 6, you can easily come and stay in India getting citizenship. Okay, so that's what he is telling. Yes. See, making the act is different and implementation is different. Some controversy was there almost after that COVID attack. So now they are going to implement. Okay. Muslim MP is a disappearing entity. Okay. So they are discussing, you are giving 33% reservation to women. Reason is they are less represented. What is the representation percentage? Currently 18%. 18 is not there. How many women are represented in means Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, in parliament or legislative assemblies?
33%.
33%. 33% is why then you need the bill. Why you need the bill?
15%.
How many? See, 82 MPs are there out of 552 in Lok Sabha. What is the percentage? So 14%. Around 14%. Okay. So that is why they're saying, okay, 33% is required at least. So here they are discussing how many Muslim MPs are there corresponding to their population. What is the Muslim population in India? So much debate will be going on, but you are not at all, thinking what is the population. 14% as per 2011 census. We don't know present data. 2011 census says 14% Muslims are there in India. Okay. So when you are talking about reservation, you are talking about SC reservation, ST reservation, even for OBC you are demanding. Got it? But even though we are 14% of the population, Muslim MPs are there. Okay. How many in the present scenario? How many are there?
Nobody is there.
Not even one. No. Some around 20 may be there, but in ruling party 0. In ruling party it is 0. So then one must be represented, but where is our representation? Okay. See, there have been 690 women MPs elected to Lok Sabha and only 25 of them have come from the Muslim community. Okay. So, community needs a lantern more than a candle. The Muslim community, see, you can use it for SS. Community needs a lantern more than a candle. What is the meaning of that? Okay. So that means that much it is fading. Muslim community in North has been severely underrepresented in the lower house. Since independence, Muslim representation has been far below community share in the population of the country. See, as per 2011, 14% of the total population is Muslim. Okay. And there is also another myth: the poor Muslim population is exploding. Okay. So the Muslim community TFR is high. For example, Hindu community TFR, total fertility rate, is 1.9. Muslim, okay, it is 2.4. So got it. So here it is 1.9 and 2.4, but not like, okay, if you compare 1950, the Muslim TFR was 5.9. 5.9. That means it has come down to 2.4. So that is also declining. And compared to corresponding population, like if it is growing, it is not like only Muslim population, and it is also all the communities population is growing. But is it like there is growth or not? Yes, it is there. During independence, the population of Muslim was around 9.5% roughly. Now it is 14%. This is the growth. Okay. But now people think that now also they are planning to increase, but I doubt. Let us see for the latest survey. Okay, latest census. So population definitely it is coming down. TFR also will be coming down. That is for your information. You should be knowing, because always that is the conflict. Our one population ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, they want to rule us, they want to see, everybody will be aspiring to rule. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ doubt ಇಲ್ಲ. It is not just their community, any community will be okay, demanding for the representation. Women also this, they are demanding for the representation. So here it is there. Some even peg it around 20% in the obvious bid to perpetuate their myth of Muslim population explosion. So they will be quoting in the news or speech everywhere, like they are exploding their population, but data is not supporting that. See, as per the percentage, at least 73 members MP should be from that community, but that is not the scenario. See, for example, in 1980, when 1949 candidates cutting across the party lines reached the Lok Sabha, okay, so this is the maximum strength, 49. It was the year BJP was just born, with Jansangha being the okay. They're talking about how it is continuously coming down. 1980, it was 49 whole Muslim MPs. So then it is coming down. See, only 27 members. Later, in 2014, it is just 23. From 49 to it is coming to 23. And in ruling party, it is 0. Okay. So here they are giving state-wise. State-wise also, what is the state, like how many are getting represented. See, they are telling from Gujarat, 1984 is the last. After that, no Muslim MP. Okay. And Rajasthan, that is 91 is the last. Maharashtra, in 2009, from the beginning, he was the first MP from that community. We cannot remember all names and all, just understand like what is the status. Okay. And they are telling that it is not just one party. All parties, the story is same. And don't think that only in BJP it is happening like that. All parties, the story is same. See, even regional parties did not have a single Muslim candidate, like especially Tamil Nadu, AIDMK, okay, or DMK. So they are not having, even in Odisha. So that cutting across parties, across states, even regional parties, everywhere it is less represented. See, they are saying the same thing. See, even though SCs are 10% represented, yes, they are getting their seat. But like for example, in Assam, Karimganj, so 52% is Muslim population, okay, and 13% is scheduled caste. But only for SC reservation is there, but for Muslims there is no reservation. Okay, so that's it. You need to understand. So what is the reality of how it is going on? A war that ends the Saudi-Israel normalization process. So recently, Saudi Arabia and Israel were like brought back. From whom? They are mediator. America, USA, made them to be together, Israel and Saudi Arabia, and Iran and Saudi Arabia by China. Okay. So now they are talking about all these things. Iran actually supplied missiles to Hamas. They are attacking on Israel. It is avate ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ ಇದೇನು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ when that article came. It was like okay, they are making friendship, but it will be like budi muchid kenda. So anytime it will open up. It's not that easy. Outside they looks like making tie friendship, but again something goes wrong, again it will be like that hostility can be seen. So now Iran is supplying to Hamas means it's again acting against Israel on doubt about other. Okay. And just a thought. Actually, how many missiles were supplied? 5,000. So that too traveled from, okay. So other countries, so many countries, it has crossed and reached Palestine, Gaza Strip. Do you think that the security agencies of Israel will be so weak to know about this? Just, it is nowhere mentioned. Do you really think? So they are not at all aware of what is happening. So maybe they wanted you attack. We want to take this time Gaza Strip. We want to celebrate Diwali. That is what you actually, allowed Hamas to celebrate Diwali first. Okay. So because it appears, because it's not that easy. Not just one missile or something. So that much supply. And who gave money to Iran this time? USA. See, one side there. See, who has brokered this Iran and Israel thing? China. So USA giving money to Iran. Their own money they released, but they know that where it will go. If they give huge amount of money, means Iran's money only. But if they give at this time, it will go for what purpose? They know that. So, because China has made a friendship between Saudi Arabia and Iran. So that should not become successful. Otherwise, China will get credit. See, you need to understand, connect these dots. They are isolated things. Giving, USA releasing money back to Iran. That is one event. So Saudi Arabia and Iran became friends under China. That is another event. Saudi Arabia and Israel become friends under USA. That is another event. But all events are connected. You need to connect. Nobody, okay, this is how it is. So, actually successful because they will take the credit. China has made them friends. Okay. So, considering that's what that and war that ends the Saudi-Israel normalization process. Because of this war, Saudi Arabia and Israel, that normalization process means now their bonding will become strong. Hamas launched lethal attacks on Israel. Okay. So the assault has firmly overturned the Israeli effort supported by United States to promote normalization of the relation with the Arab states with the conceding. So with Arab states, it is again disturbed now. Okay, because of this, specifically the Gaza was dealt a mortal blow to the efforts for Saudi Arabia to normalize ties with Israel. Okay, so that is disturbing. That friendship ties are now not in a stronghold. And trim maps to embellish his speech at the United Nations General Assembly. One depicted an isolated Israel in 1948. I hope already I told all the story. So at that time, if Palestinians would have accepted that United Nations plan, partition plan, they would have got 50% of the, means at that time itself boundary would have been laid. But at that time, Palestinian thought, we will take everything. Complete itself is Palestinian, so we'll take everything. Oh, but what has happened? Now they are not there. Small dots are there. Correct, no? Small green dots are there in now. Okay. So the one depicted isolated Israel in 1948. That's what United Nations suggestion. While the other showed Arab neighbors that how that now had peace agreement with Israel, Egypt, Sudan, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Jordan. So that means others were not ready. They wanted to have peace deal with all these countries, neighboring countries, Egypt, Sudan, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Jordan. So they wanted to fight against Israel. They want to eliminate them. That we discussed. So neighboring countries, all Arab countries, they were not in favor of that. Even Palestinians, some groups like Hamas, okay, PLO, Palestinian Liberalization Organization. So they were not in favor. But PLO later agreed, okay, we'll recognize, Israel was recognized by PLO. You are a state. Okay. So, but Hamas are not ready. And other terrorist groups like this are not ready. It also showed all the occupied Palestinian territories, the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem as integral parts of Israel. Okay. So Israel is, that's what, now it is officially, it will become part of that. We have to see what international things will come. But Mr. Netanyahu specifically applauded the normalization process in Saudi Arabia under the US auspices and insisted that the Palestinians should have no veto over the process. Earlier, they're saying when the friendship was bad, Palestinians, we should not give veto. Means whatever they say, will not act according to them. So whatever existing is there, yes, we may accept. It is not like that we will accept. So this is important. While making friendship, means when the US was telling, so the three conditions were put. The normalization deal had hinged on three conditions that the kingdom had placed before the US. Okay. So US approval for civilian nuclear program that provides uranium enrichment within the country. So first condition is you must allow us to, for whom they are talking about, Saudi Arabia. You must allow, uranium enrichment. That is a nuclear program you must allow. I will also tell counter what is the thing, why they are putting that condition. Okay, this is the first condition. An ironclad US security guarantee for the country. What is this ironclad? Whenever something goes wrong, you must supply weapons to us. Okay, so sales and advanced weapons. That is ironclad. You must be there with us. We will listen to you, but you must agree. So one is nuclear program. Second is provide weapons whenever we need. And also technology. Americans were said to be Saudi Arabia back US interest on the oil prices. Okay. The Saudi Arabia is required for US because of oil. No doubt about it. Okay. Back US interest on oil prices, dilute its political, military, and technologies ties with China, and deepen the strategic engagement with US. So US is saying that, but you must dilute your friendship with China. We'll back you. Okay. So that was the Saudi Arabia's condition. So Saudi Arabia's three conditions for marriage were contentious in Israel and the US. So Israel was not happy with this because it will be against Israel in future. So several US politicians also oppose the idea of giving security guarantees to authoritarian state. This Saudi Arabia is fully powerful. If you give a nuclear program, even though it is for peaceful purpose. Peaceful purpose means energy, electricity produced. But what happens? That definitely they will use it to attacking purpose only. So that's what even in US also other group opposed. Okay. So don't agree to this point. They also warned US President against Saudi Arabia developing its own nuclear program. So trust mabedi avrde adanta nuclear program develop ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Believing that it poses an unacceptable proliferation risk, concern shared in Israel as well. Israel also said, if you accept this for making the friendship, So that is going to harm me. There were also obstacles to US sales of advanced weapons, largely due to Saudi Arabia's poor human rights record. Second, so if you are accepting, okay, we'll give weapons and all. Saudi Arabia is not like India. It will use it for only peaceful purpose whenever they attack. No, they are using track record says that they never care for human rights. Human rights in Yemen, especially supported by Saudi Arabia. So if you give, it is like you are allowing them to again further violate the human rights and all. Finally, Saudi is that arms supplies be accomplished by the transfer of technology. And it is also saying, you, along with arms, you also transfer technology. That is very dangerous. They will also produce in whatever amount they want. If you are transfer technology, despite these obstacles, even okay. See, other way around, I can say, US want that one only. They don't care who are you and all. Ultimately, it has to sell its arms, but it will. Some problem happens to me or not. That's it. That worry is there. Apart from that, okay. So somebody is purchasing their arms, they're happy. Okay. So anyway, in spite of these obstacles, that's what US was thinking. Yes, it will become successful. Palestinian interest and concerns did not figure in this normalization. So nowhere they discussed about Palestinian issue. What is their status? How to be? Yatra Palestinians ke justice kodbeku, treatment madbeku. No discussions. E vichar. Given the extremist political coalition that Netanyahu heads, there was no interest in Israel to give even a lip service to Palestinian aspirants. Israel was not even ready to tell, yes, we will be doing something good for Palestine. No. Mr. Netanyahu was not even willing to promise freezing settlements in West Bank. Existing iros kodtini anta bayi bitti helakku ready illa. Okay. Means whatever is there in the name of Palestine, we will give it to them. So not even ready to say that. Deferring annexation, dismantling illegal outposts. Okay. At that time, hundreds of Israeli religious zealots backed by Netanyahu ministers made provocative incursion into Al-Aqsa. Okay. And there, every time the attacks will be going on, because simultaneously, I on the day said, both are, one is area is controlled by Palestine, other is controlled by Israel, another is controlled by both the government. So always conflict will be going on, but Israel was not ready to talk, not ready to open the mouth. Okay. Next. So they are telling what is happening between them. So apprehensions of Israel. Israel is not ready to tell openly that we'll try. But for Saudi Arabia, Palestine matters. Okay. So while making friendship, but they are not ready to talk about what about your friend? Important. And Saudi Arabia wants to become strong. If it becomes strong, Israel is having a doubt. Finally, it will be used against me only. Now it is like friendship, but it will not be the same. Even for Palestine recognition also is the same. The moment we accept, they will retaliate back. So that's why they are not talking anything. So while making that friendship, they did not talk about Palestine. That is what we learned. And Saudi Arabia's conditions we learned here. Saudi-Iran ties. Saudi Arabia and Iran. So they, China brokered. So you be friends. Okay. So Gaza war has once again placed Palestine issue at the center of West Asian politics. Some writers are blaming Iran, arguing that Islamic Republic has instigated the Hamas attacks to block Saudi Arabia's normalization initiative. So you are supporting Hamas, actually support Madidaru, supporting Hamas so that you want to disturb their ties, Israel and Saudi Arabia. Why? If Saudi Arabia now, Hamas or Palestine is in center, automatically Saudi Arabia tilt will shift this side, so that ties will be broken. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಚೈನಾ ವರ್ಸಸ್ USA ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ದೀಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕದು. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಇವ್ರು ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಇವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಅನುಭವಿಸೋರು ಪ್ಯಾಲೆಸ್ತೇನಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಇಸ್ರೇಲ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ 100% ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. That Saudi-Iran ties have already been normalized under Chinese mediation. Embassies have been reopened in both capitals. High levels of meetings exchanged between both the countries, Saudi and Iran. Okay. Now, following the Hamas attacks, Kingdom has recognized the peace and stability in the region are not possible without Palestinian interest being addressed. Now Saudi Arabia is strong. Palestinians should be protected. Then only, so it is possible to go ahead with the ties. Normalization is possible. Peace can be established in this region. But agreement peace agala. So now Saudi Arabia is strong on that. In an official statement, Saudi foreign recalled the kingdom's repeated warnings of the dangers of explosion of the situation as a result of the occupation, deprivation of the Palestinian people of their legitimate rights. So open again. That means again the ties with the Israel will be disturbed. Okay. So they are telling we'll stand by the Palestinian people and their rights. So in the author is concluding, okay, the only way is giving due respect and due, of their share of the Palestinians. So otherwise, Palestine may disappear from the map, but their friends, andre avrade ಒಂದು group ಏನಿದೆ, so they will be there, right? So this will be keep on happening unless you recognize their rights. So this keep on continues. ನೀವು ಅನ್ಬೋದು ಓಕೆ ಅದು ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು, Israel done, now who is there to fight? So other people are there to fight. See, so again Saudis have abandoned recourse to Looking ahead, it has been obvious over the last 3 years that Kingdom has shrugged off the American yoke and pursuing its foreign policy engagement in terms of its own interest. So it is not worried about what US is saying. It is carrying on its own. Without any US involvement, the Kingdom rejects the US interest in building an anti-China coalition globally and an anti-Iran, okay, cabal regionally. So it is very clear. US is doing all these activities to fight against China. So it is openly, it is having a policy, means international relation, that I am not in support of the anti-China plan. You are planning to, take down the China. We are not in that game. You do whatever ties, whatever friendship with us, but we are not in that game. So that is what is the stand of Saudi Arabia. ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. So we are not in that game. And in our area, locally, anti-Iran, always from the beginning, US was not supporting Iran because it is developing a nuclear program. Okay. So support ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿ. Everywhere putting sanctions and all. So somewhat some relaxed stand. Why relaxed stand? Again, because it want to take Iran into confidence so that China will not take the advantage. But Saudi Arabia is saying that I am not even for anti-Iran or anti-China policies of US. So it is only focusing on strategic autonomy. We should be independent. Saudi Arabia's stand is like, okay. So let us see. Means again that is disturbed, broken. That's easy Allah. Once the trust is broken, always it is same. It is like appears to be they are friends. Again, that fault lines will be visible clear. Okay. This is political news, triangular contest. If you want, you can read, no problem. Balancing policy. This is about Israel only, about India's stand. Till now, we supported, means up to Manmohan Singh, we clearly supported Palestine. Later, we said both we need. Now we have taken the stand. We are with Israel. Okay. So India must pressure Israel to act responsibly in the face of terror. That's what they are attacking like anything. So not even worried about civilians or children over there. So India, you please act on this. India must pressure Israel to act responsibly. In Israel. Always two groups will be there. So you are killing children and other civilians. Means human rights always say that. Don't do that. That is always there. So here is it. Mr. Modi spoke to Israel Prime Minister, condemning the terrorism in all forms. Fine. India's second big concern has been the safety of its citizens, especially Israel began, that is Operation Ajay. Operation Ajay. So around 18,000 Indians work or study in Israel. Addition about 85,000 Israelis of Indian origin. So you must note down this point. Remember these points. So one is directly Indians are there. Another is 85,000 Israelis of Indian origin are there. Okay. Especially from Maharashtra, Manipur, Mizoram, Kerala, and West Bengal. So we are bringing them back here. Okay. So what they are saying is India must pressurize Israel to respect universal obligation to observe international humanitarian law. So responsibility to fight the menace of terrorism. In addition, MEA reiterated long-standing and consistent position on the Palestine issue. So India's justification is we are with Palestine, but not with the Hamas. Hamas attack is not a right one, terrorist act. Okay. So anyway, the remaining all I discussed. So that it is talking about. So how fair means what is the meaning of that? In international relations, okay, national interest is ultimate. There is a lot to get from Israel. So we are showing solidarity with Israel. And we are not saying we are against Palestine. Palestine rights must be protected. But Hamas are terrorists, so no compromise with them. Very simple. Okay. We are not saying that Palestinian area should be given back to them. No, we are not telling that. Yes, their rights should be protected. Okay, they should be considered. That's what you here also telling humanitarian. But by saying it will not happen. Okay, ultimately we are showing the inclination towards Israel. Okay, so that side we are taking. So previously also many times, see, always we are with Russia, but we have deviated. So we are also engaging with America. We have taken from France. It is like whenever our interest meets with other people, definitely will go. That is the ultimate thing, national interest. Okay, there are no permanent friends or no permanent enemies in politics also, and also in international relations. So it will keep on changing. Once Britain was like a strong enemy. So now we don't have any enmity with the UK. There is no enmity with UK. We are not, see, we fight against China, we fight against Pakistan. But we never fight against, no, we have to take revenge. No, UK, we never think about such thing. Mind Allah illa. That's what. At that time, it was a big enemy. But now it is almost like a friend, not even enemy. Not even like just one country. It is a friend. Yes or no? So, in international relation, it's about a national interest. Very inyadu matter. And we oppose Ukraine war, but we are purchasing oil from Russia. Means we did not oppose Ukraine war directly, but we are against the war. But we are purchasing oil from Russia. What is the meaning of that? You are giving money to Russia. If you are giving money to Russia means what? You are supporting the war. So again, in the national interest, others are putting sanctions, but India went and continued purchasing oil from Russia. So, what Russia did is not correct, but we are with Russia. Whatever, it's only about national interest. And others are hypocrites. At least we are directly taking. Other countries, European countries are hypocrites. They are not taking directly from Russia. They are taking from us. Means those who are taking from Russia, that oil they are taking. That is double standards. Hypocrisy. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಗಿವ್. ಇದು ಇನ್ನೂ ವರ್ಸ್ಟ್. Just we are taking directly. They are acting and they are indirectly taking. That is hypocrisy. So that is what is in the world. It's all about our interest. Somebody is there to protect us, we are with them. Otherwise, no, we will be in the other group. ಸಣ್ಣವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೆಚರಿ ಅಂತೀರಾ, ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So here, see, you must read these things, then you will feel that all type of opinions will be there. So regarding the same thing, MEA stands for Sovereign Palestinian State. The country's long-standing and consistent policy and issue remains unchanged. Okay, MEA saying that. Eyebrows were raised after the initial statement by the Prime Minister. When India speaks about obligation to uphold humanitarian principle, Israel is disregarding all such things and blocking almost every essential supply to Gaza Strip. Not even food, everything they are stopping. Though Hamas has caused heavy damage, what Israel is doing now is lacks a proportionality and is aimed to total destruction. So they are criticizing how India is supporting this. So they are completely giving torture to all civilians there, including most of the children are very high in population. So then what Israel is doing and how India is supporting. So India is for humanitarian purpose, but how it is supporting Israel. India, which has now strongly positioned itself as one of the prominent voices of the global south, needs to pitch for diplomacy and dialogue to end the war. That is normal. So actually for your answer, points will be there in this. Let us read it. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊ. You can read this. That is about and this beautifully you can use it for essay writing. Okay, one story, one poem is there. So means how the river talks. ನನ್ನ ದಾರಿ ನನಗೆ ಬಿಡು, ಬಿಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ನಾನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫೋಕ್ ಟೇಲ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಂ. ಸೊ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಂ ಫೋಕ್ ಟೇಲ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲೆಪ್ಚಾಸ್. ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಓದಿದ್ರು ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್. ಹೂ ಆರ್ ದಿಸ್? ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಥ್ನಿಕ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಬುಟಿಯಾ and Nepalese lepchas. Okay, in Sikkim 3 communities are there. Sometimes they'll ask Bhutia, lepchas. These are languages, ethnic groups. Simple question. So that folk tale is about one river, Rangit river. So it is telling okay, it is talking to another female river, Ranganyu, turned from the spot of their proposed meeting back towards the Himalayas with the intensity that wreaked havoc in the region. So that is depicted in this line. I can drown everything that stands. Do tell them, so many rocks and hills I have cut through. River is talking. Don't rocks. These little hurdles hold me back. Man-made, I can. Okay, the song apparently refers to the rage of the river or the sleeve of hydropower projects in Sikkim. So that you can write in essays. that river is talking. Those two rivers are talking, and it is telling Nan have cut across the mountains. Is it difficult for me? I will clear it off. So we can read remaining things. That is how you have to show the intensity when you are talking about a disaster, when you are talking about what mistakes we are making. Anything can be written. So essay writing is an art. Okay, ultimate idea is to convey the message. Then Supreme Court wraps Maharashtra Speaker for disregarding court order. See, this is important. We are in polity class, we are discussing. So Speaker power, ultimate and power. But whenever with the wrong intention, it will be questioned in Supreme Court. And also said, so if they keep on doing like this, sometimes they'll put time limit and all. So this is like that. So Supreme Court says Speaker has to take the decision regarding the disqualification. He is not telling that you have to disqualify or not. But you are without doing anything, you are simply postponing the things. That is not acceptable. We said that within 2 months you decide about it. But you are giving some or other reasons to postpone the things. That's Maharashtra, that two parties divided at the Shinde and all. Again, some MLAs, disqualification is pending. So here, Supreme Court is scolding Speaker. So you are not obeying the court orders at all. So you are simply finding a reason to postpone the things. No, before elections, it must be completed. So, see, they can give directions to anyone, but understand, they are not telling that you have to disqualify or you have to don't disqualify. They are not telling about the job. They are telling about act. Whatever you do it. Okay, so that is the point. It will be example, and also it will give some clarity when prelims questions are asked. Okay. Okay.